the rest area. "Don't show it unless you plan to use it," I said, standing to my feet to get off the bus and stretch my legs. "When I get back on this motherfucking bus, your drunk ass better have found yourself a new seat, pissy." "Nah, I'm good right where I'm at. If you got a problem, you can move, President Hamilton." I mugged him for a second and then stepped in the aisle to let his ass off the bus first. I didn't care about the other passengers' complaints about me blocking the aisle. I wasn't going to give the cat the opportunity to sneak me from behind. After giving him the once-over and checking out his khaki-colored Dickies and high-top black Chuck Taylors with the fat laces outwardly laced, I didn't make my exit off the bus until I watched his old California gangsta ass walk across the street and into the liquor store. If he sat his 7 cornrows with no hang time wearing ass back in the seat next to me when we got back on the bus, I'd wait until he fell back to sleep, then whoop his ass and take his gun. I made it inside the burger joint without incident and checked out the menu to put something on my stomach. I normally didn't fuck with food that could be cooked in under 1 minute, but this wasn't a normal situation. I hadn't eaten or drank anything but the blood draining backwards from my busted nose with a side of spit, and that was before I got evicted from Memphis. Can I help you?" When I looked up, my eyes told my brain to say, "Hell nah, bitch, I'm straight," because her crossed eyes and yellow teeth made my stomach replicate the reaction from smelling the old cat's breath. But thanks to having a smoked-out pimp for an uncle, I said, "Yeah, beautiful. Let me get a $1 chicken sandwich with no lettuce or those little crumbs y'all call onions. And let me get a large fry and a cold drink with that." "What kind of cold drink?" she asked with a giggle. "Whichever one you decide you want to give me for free, sweetheart." I glanced at her nameplate that was pinned on her shirt. It read Unique. It was the perfect name for an ugly girl. It supplied an answer if she ever had the gall to ask if she was pretty. All you'd have to say was that she had a unique beauty and leave the conversation at that. She dug under the counter and pulled out a large cup. "Will that be all, sir?" "No, Unique. Can I get your number so we can stay in touch, too?" She smiled like I knew she would, and I got a glimpse of her overlapping teeth at the top and bottom of her gums. "I can't give you my number while I'm working, but thank you." She giggled again, sounding sexy and girly, which didn't match her rough, boyish appearance. Her afro was even manly. It looked like she got her hair done in Detroit by the same bitch that did Ben Wallace's of the Pistons. Then she continued by saying, "Your total is $447, handsome." "All right." I forced a smile onto my face. I rubbed all my pockets from the outside of my jeans. I touched the left side of my chest to give the impression that my money might have been placed in my shirt pocket, but I was wearing a muscle shirt. My white t-shirt had my blood on it from Demarcus making my nose leak, plus whatever had spilled on my back when I was in the trunk of the car. So I threw that bitch in the trash at the Greyhound station back in Memphis. "Damn, baby, I think I left my wallet on the bus." "The bus?" She screwed up her face, making herself even uglier, which I didn't think was possible. "You're on the city bus?" "Hell no." I reached inside my pants pocket, pushed the cash and my driver's license to the side, and pulled out my Greyhound ticket. "I'm on a Greyhound, baby. Go ahead and cancel my order." I tried to sound fresh.